your morning and your afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, complications of life begins in our morning.
Yes, sir.
And that is what we struggle to deal with when we get into the afternoon of our life.
Preach it.
And we struggle to remedy our morning, only to realize we waste our afternoon.
Preach it, Papa. Preach it.
It is in our morning, right from our mother's womb. That's when the morning begins. And that is when the problem and complications of delay starts. It is in our morning that we get into some things. The first 30 years of our lives, that's where we do certain things, where we don't want to listen to counsel, where we think that, well, the world is just my own, I can do anything. In our morning, listen to me. I don't know whether you are late. You are the only one. You are the only one to say whether you are late. But let me tell you something here. You may not like it, but that's the truth. If you fail to marry in your morning, you have challenge in your afternoon to marry. If you don't have challenge in getting married in your afternoon, you will have challenge with children and upbringing of children, because you messed up your morning. And ladies and gentlemen, every one of us sitting down here, that is where our complications began. And that is what we don't want to look at. If you use your afternoon, that is when you now want to go to school. By the time you finish, you find out that you have lost so much of your afternoon. For instance, ladies and gentlemen, hear this. In the morning, that is when people do things that establishes them for their afternoon. In Africa, where we go to farm, you go to farm in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Early in the morning.
Yeah.
The reason is this. When the sun comes up in the afternoon, there are few things you can do. You need to go home because of the heat of sun. The same thing is applicable to life.
Yes,
in the afternoon of your life,
yes, sir.
That is when the heat of life comes.
Yes, sir.
That is when you see clearly.
So many things.
And too many attraction and distraction. That is when too many things are beckoning on you.
Yes, sir.
And that is if you didn't have a solid establishment, didn't have a solid background, didn't have a solid ground in your morning, you will mess up.
Come on,
you will have monkious spirit.
Come on, preach it, preach it.
You know monkious spirit? The one that you jump from one tree to another tree. That is what is called monkious spirit.
That's powerful. That's powerful.
Because you'll be hovering from one thing to the other. Because there is nothing to stand on.
Confusion.
There is nothing to stand. You messed up in your morning. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
When you mess up in your morning at the age of 19 and you mess up and had 2 children for a man that never married you, when you get into your afternoon, you have an excess luggage to carry.
Absolutely.
Are you here? Because your afternoon, that is when the heat of life comes. That's when challenges of life arises. And what are you doing now in your afternoon? You are trying to remedy your morning with your afternoon. Please. Don't use your ability to pay for your liabilities. When you lose your ability to pay your liabilities, you waste your day. Teach us to know that we may apply wisdom. Like wisdom. Our heart unto wisdom. Where am I? Where am I going to? Do you know you don't have so much time on earth?
Yes, sir.
So gambling with your life is not the best thing. That's why you need to apply your heart unto wisdom. This thing I'm doing, that I think it will work. It will work. 5 years, it will work. 10 years is gone. Do you know where you are? Somebody say, Lord, help me.
Lord, help me.
Lift your hand and say, Lord, help me.
Help me.
I am late.
I am late.
I need daily satisfaction. I need a change. And I need it tonight. In the name of Jesus. If you believe it, shout aloud, amen. Some of us have made mistakes in our morning and trying to correct the mistakes in our afternoon. That is the challenge you are facing. Bishop, I found out that the mystery behind delay are actually established in the morning. And that is the reason why in the afternoon, you don't know where it is coming from. You see a man loaded with potential, with ideas, and is doing the right thing. And the right thing is producing the wrong result. Why? Mistakes have been made in the morning. I pray that in this meeting, God will help you to recover your morning. I know God can. God can. He can. He can. He can. Oh my God. Our survival in the afternoon depends on what happened in the morning. Because night, there is nothing, no much you can do. The moment you hit 50 years of age, you enter into a diminishing return of life. And by 50 years of age, you have already taken your 1/3 of your afternoon. So if you're 50 years here, your one third of your afternoon is gone. Then if you're like me, I'm 57. Just 3 more years, the afternoon will be over. And if I didn't establish anything, ladies and gentlemen, it will be too difficult. Because the moment you enter into your night, you are about to say goodbye, au revoir, to the planet X. You're about to say adame, good night. Somebody say, I need daily satisfaction. Child of God, you are late in life. When your mates are now your mates, the people that of your age, you see them, their children are graduating from the university. Meanwhile, you are fasting and praying for marriage. You are late. You are late. Somebody should tell you the truth. You are late. So whatever it takes for you to get out of it, you better do so. You are late in life. When your mates have stopped having children, that is when you are praying for children. You are late. You are late. You are late in life when your people that you taught in the university, you taught them, you showed them what to do to pass. They live in their mansion, drive their own cars. You now live in their boys' quarter. You are late. Something happened to you. And what happened to you is not just fair at all. And it's not God. You are late if at the age of 50, there you can't say, this is my own house. At the age of 50. Oh. You are late. It's an error. How many more years do you have? When will you build yours? You've paid rent for 50 years. When will you build yours for people to pay rent to you?
Come on, preach it, Papa.
You are late.
Late comer, late comer, late comer.
And what has made you late? Delay. Something happened on the way. Child of God, listen to me tonight. You are late. If you've been in this country for 15 years and you are still struggling, what people are talking about what to achieve. You are praying, and what you are praying for is how to get your stay. Can't you see that you are late?
Late. Preach it.
That what you are gathering money for is to pay a lawyer. After 15 years here, living in the midst of so many opportunities, walking past them and can't do anything because you don't have the right document to stay here.
You don't have paper. No paper.
Do you know how many of us are sitting down right now? For the last 3 years, you have not worked. No job. Do you have qualification? Yes.
Yes, sir.
But something is wrong. What is wrong? You messed up your morning when you came to England. That's where the problem is. We mess up our morning when we came. Now we are in the afternoon in the country.
Complication.
The sun is shining on our heads. We are looking for something to cover ourselves.
We are dry. We are dried up.
Somebody say, Lord, help me.
Help me.
I am late.
I am late.
Help me, Lord.
Do you know how many people listening to me right now that came into this country, the purpose why they came is to go to school. And they went to school and have no certificate.
Yeah. It's still in school.
I met a woman, she was here 20 years, attended different schools and never returned with a certificate. Why? When she gets into one place, gets to a particular stage, something happens, she comes out, look for one job to do. After doing the job for 1, 2, 3 years in just small money, she gets back to school and come out again. No, that school is no longer good. She now changed to another school. You just, because when you mess up your morning, you have monkious spirits that jump from one branch to another. That spirit is leaving you tonight.
Yes, sir. Preach it.
When you mess up your money with relationship, that's why you jump from one young lady to one old woman. I met a young man of God. Jesus Christ. This boy has never married. 30-something years old, and insisted in marrying a woman whose 2 daughters are 25 and 23.
Okay.
Who is he marrying? Grandmother. Why is he marrying the woman? He has messed up his morning. When he messed up his morning season, he is now trying to recover his morning season by marrying a woman who has finished. And because the woman has some money, he's driving the woman's car. What a mess. There is no normal person. See, when we mess up our morning, ladies and gentlemen, we get into some foolishness.
Yes, sir.
We jump from one thing to another.